Our next two guests have made it their mission to raise awareness about mental health issues. Six-time Olympian Clara Hughes has been part of the Bell Let's Talk campaign from the very beginning. She's now a national spokesperson. Also adding his voice to the initiative this year is Let's Talk ambassador Bruno Guevremont. He's an athlete and veteran who served 2 tours in Afghanistan. Thank you so much for both being here. Bruno, I'd like to talk to you first. Why did you want to be part of this initiative?
Because, first of all, it's an amazing campaign. And just like I was saying, is that 3 years ago, after my North Pole expedition, I got in touch with the Bell Let's Talk campaign. And Clara actually helped me being able to voice what I was going through. And I thought that it was such a powerful tool to help the veterans. And I would like to be that voice for them to say, hey, let's talk about it.
Clara, you've been part of this since the very beginning. This year, what, a 6-city tour. A lot's changed. This has become a movement, something that people look forward to every year. How has it changed? Can you take yourself back to that very first Bell Let's Talk day and today? How has the conversation changed?
It's really been, I remember the first year I was wondering, I'm like, does anybody want to hear this? Is anybody going to embrace this? And this 7th year, it's something that's expected. Bell Let's Talk Day is coming. We don't need to explain it. And the most important thing is people say that we're talking about mental health, mental wellness, and all of the stories that have come out. Bruno bringing his voice, bringing the veterans' experience, and connecting so many soldiers to mental wellness is the most impactful and important thing.
Well, let's take a look at that for a moment. 2 tours in Afghanistan. You've been very open about your bout with PTSD. Can you sort of offer us a little bit of insight? Tell us about how you were affected by that.
Well, you know what? The thing about the Canadian Force is that we're extremely well trained. And when we went overseas, we were very busy. And we get to do our work, and we're very focused on what we do. When we come back home, then we go through what we call decompression, and then these symptoms start showing up, and you're not too sure what goes on, and then you try to reach out, and the medical system was really good to me. They were really good, really quick to make the diagnosis. It took a little bit of denial, right? And going through it and accepting the fact. But like I said, like people like Clara and coming out and telling us, hey, it's okay to be like that. Once again, the medical system was really, really good, and we went through, and I did the progress and the recovery, and that's how it went. It was really good.
Would you say that today it's better for soldiers? They are more comfortable today when they come home to sort of highlight these issues with their medical health professionals?
I would like that, Ben, because the thing is that the Canadian Force have a very, very serious job to do. Yeah. And like I said, we're very well trained. We can still do this work, but I would like to see a little bit more talk about it and being okay, right? Erase the stigma. Yeah. And you can still be a warrior and still be able to talk about it. Actually, it makes you a little bit stronger.
Yeah. Clara, I want to talk about your recovery for a moment because we were talking a little bit earlier that you went through surgery this year, and because of that, some of your coping mechanisms had to be altered, and you went through a little bit of a tough time.
Yeah, Ben, it was really, this whole winter has been tough.
Yeah.
Depression.
What does that mean for you?
For me, it means that you don't just get over depression. I didn't just have an experience of depression 2 years of my life when I was young. It's something I live with, and it's something that comes back. It's something that I manage and cope with, and sometimes I have a hard time. And this winter, I wasn't able to get out on the trails, be outside, exercising as much as I normally do because I tore my ACL in the summertime, and it kind of made me inactive. Yeah. And I lost my movement is medicine component of my mental wellness practice every single day. So I started struggling with my mental health and felt myself slipping back into depression. I had to do everything I could to keep my head above water. That was making appointments with my psychologist in Calgary. I live 120 kilometers from there, cutting out alcohol, practicing mindfulness and meditation, bringing in all these things because I didn't have my outlet, and I was really struggling. And then surgery left me on the couch, and I know this is something that so many people deal with, but it made me realize how important physical activity is for mental wellness and how important of a tool it is for me.
Let's talk about your trip to Iqaluit, because while you were there, you announced funding for a Safe Talk program.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
It's basically, it's going to be implemented in all the communities in Nunavut, and we announced announced a $250,000 donation, or a gift, you can call it, and it's going to be Inuit-specific suicide training that is the Safe Talk program, empowering young Inuit to know what the signs and symptoms are, what they can do for their friends, for their community members, and really empowering the communities to be able to help themselves and help each other in appropriate ways and impactful ways. And the most important thing is it's actually Inuit-specific. Right. It's culturally specific, and the Nunavut government is also contributing, almost matching the donation to make sure that this training goes out and rolls out for the next 5 to 7 years.
That sounds great. Bruno, we only have a few seconds left, but I gotta ask you about being the team captain at the 2016 Invictus Games. Was physical wellness part of you getting better?
Yes, absolutely. You know, now I own a gym because of it.
Oh, really?
It was, yeah, totally, absolutely. And then it creates that environment, you know, that chemical change. And the Invictus game is that platform that helps the ill and injured soldiers to just get that momentum and get well and get better.
Well, look, Bell Let's Talk Day, 7th year. It's just getting rolling today. Thank you for helping us kick it off here on our show. You've got a long day ahead of yourselves. Wish you the best of luck. And really, thank you for sharing your stories today.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you, Ben.
All right, and we should tell you that Clara is going to be taking part in a Twitter Q&A later today. To ask a question or follow along, search the hashtag #BellLet'sTalk and hashtag Q&A on Twitter. We'll also have a link to the True Patriot Love Foundation on our website, yourmorning.ca.